Adventurous kids explore with education and learning what a wildlife is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West. Adventurous kids, learning and fun. Adventurous kids!
Today I'm going to tell you about food chains and food webs. Every living plant and animal must have energy to survive. Plants rely on the soil, water, and the sun for energy. Animals rely on plants, as well as other animals for energy. In an ecosystem, plants and animals all rely on each other to live. The term food chain describes the order in which organisms or living things depend on each other for food. Every ecosystem or community of living things has one or more food chains. A food chain can be pictured as a series of links that describes how different organisms eat each other, starting out with a plant and ending with an animal. There are names to help describe each link of the food chain. The names depend mostly on what the organism eats and how it contributes to the energy of the ecosystem. Producers. Plants are producers because they make their own food. They make their own food from sunlight, air, water, and soil. Plants are usually the first link in the food chain. Consumers. Animals are consumers because they consume or eat plants or other animals. This is because they don't produce energy, they just use it up. Animals that eat plants are called primary consumers or herbivores. Examples of herbivores are rabbits, zebras, cows, pigs, elephants, deer, and pandas. Animals that eat other animals are called secondary consumers or carnivores. If a carnivore eats another carnivore, it is called a tertiary consumer. Examples of carnivores are wolves, owls, tigers, lions, foxes, and hawks. Some animals play both roles, eating both plants and animals. They are called omnivores. Examples of omnivores are humans, grizzly bears, chickens, and mice. A scavenger is an animal that eats dead animals. Examples of scavengers are vultures, striped hyenas, jackals, and coyotes. Food chains don't end when plants and animals die. Decomposers eat decaying matter like dead plants and animals. They help put nutrients back into the soil for plants to eat. There are more than 100,000 different types of decomposer organisms. Examples of decomposers are worms, bacteria, and fungi. A food chain in the ocean begins with tiny one-celled organisms called diatoms. They make their own food from sunlight. Shrimp-like creatures eat the diatoms. Small fish then eat the shrimp-like creatures, and bigger fish eats the small fish. All the energy made in the food chain comes from the producers of plants, converting sunlight into energy with photosynthesis. The rest of the food chain just uses energy. So as you move through the food chain, there's less and less energy available. For this reason, there are less and less organisms the further along the food chain you get. In any ecosystem, there are many food chains, and generally most plants and animals are part of several chains. When you draw all the chains together, you end up with a food web. A food web may look like a spider web. There are food webs in every environment, not just on land. In the ocean, plankton and krill are tiny creatures. Krill eats the plankton. Next, krill is eaten by squid, seals, seagulls, and whales. Then the squid is eaten by seals, seagulls, and penguins. Sometimes scientists describe each level in the food web with a trophic level as seen in the picture behind me. Thanks for watching this Adventurous Kids episode.
What did you learn today?
Adventurous Kids!
Adventurous Kids!
What was the most interesting fact?
Adventurous Kids!
Adventurous Kids!
Adventurous Kids!